Hello, people. I am Jaby KOAY, joined by LORENA ABREU. LORENA ABREU. And we're looking at FilterCopy's Can Exes Be Friends featuring Keshav, Sadhana, and Shreya Gupto. Lorena is a parkour expert of sorts, martial artist, stunt lady. She's worked on Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Don't you dare qualify that statement. She's worked on Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. I won't say anything beyond that because I'm not allowed to, but follow her on Instagram so you can get more inside info when the movie comes out. She can talk about it more. All that to say, that's why I brought her on for a FilterCopy video. She's had a few relationships. She can talk on the matter. Can exes be friends? Do you think exes can be friends?
Yes. Was that? Oh, that's the name of the video. Sorry.
I'm asking you. No, man, I'm asking you.
Oh, that was a question. Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm not buddies with my exes, but I never.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not friends with any of my exes.
No.
Totally.
No, as in I don't talk to them on a day-to-day basis, but I'm definitely friends with them.
Okay.
I definitely care that
you
they're
just
doing
text
well.
hourly.
No. Every once in a while, you'll respond to a story or, see if they're okay, wish them a happy birthday. I've never ended anything on bad terms.
Well, good for you.
Yeah.
That's the only way to end things, in my opinion. It's horribly. Things flying.
What happened to you?
Oh, you'll hear about it. The audience has heard many stories.
I'm so curious.
No, I'm just kidding. So, yeah, I like the dramatic ending. It's fun. Not. So anyway, you guys know I've got lots of relationship stories, so I thought this would be a fun one to do. Can exes be friends? I am only friends with exes I have had short-term relationships with.
Really?
Yeah, any exes I have spent more than a year with, usually I'm not close with or friends with.
Yeah, but what do you define as friends? Because for me, it's like the occasional, every once in a while.
Hang out, hang out, keep in touch. Like there's an ex of mine. We only dated for like a month and a half, but I know that if I wanted to go visit her right now, she would let me as a friend, right? Yeah, I try my best to keep in touch and stay friends and whatnot. So.
Okay, I guess my exes just live in different states, so hanging out is not a thing.
Once we end a relationship,
and a different country,
we gotta move.
Yeah.
Once Lorena breaks up with you, she has to switch states.
Oh no, that's not what.
Here we go. Oh, thank you, FilterCopy, for allowing us to react to this. Very, very much appreciated. Y'all, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, bell icon, all notifications, and pretty please vote this up to let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching. Here we go.
Welcome to the team.
Thank you. Looking forward.
चल निकल.
Yeah, could she teach me how to make that ponytail?
मम्मा भी ना.
ओ एचआर.
अरे हाय. Meet our latest joinee. किससे मिलवा रहा है यार?
Good morning.
Hi.
Play cool.
The exes.
So, तुम लोग जानते हो एक दूसरे को?
नहीं.
हाँ.
नहीं.
There's too much tension. They're getting back together.
Yeah, coming.
I'll get some coffee. किसका वेट कर रहा है?
ये मेरा खाना है.
That was cute. That was funny.
Eat it.
Okay, that guy's great.
Oh Lord.
Kanika.
The only seat available. Yeah.
नहीं, actually सारा दिन बैठ के ना.
You're an adult.
I'll stand.
Year-long campaign planning है. At least 3 घंटे चलेगी.
That's okay. Let's start.
इसको ना चक्की कर देते हैं.
Yeah.
You got some cute physical comedy going on.
तू भी तुझसे के invisible liners use करती है?
काफी टाइम से ब्रो. बहुत comfortable है.
अच्छा. But procedure थोड़ा complicated होगा ना?
नहीं. बहुत सिंपल है. वो लोग कनिका के घर आए थे स्कैन करने के लिए.
Classic.
तुझे कैसे पता?
आए होंगे? मैंने तो पढ़ा था उनके बारे में सब कुछ.
This guy's fantastic.
Yeah.
I love it. His timing and his physical comedy is great.
What the hell is wrong with you? हाँ? तुम मेरे personal life के बारे में मेरे colleagues को जाके क्यों बोल रहे हो यार?
I'm sorry, I didn't.
Listen, I know what you meant and what you didn't mean.
आया.
Don't even try to.
योगेश ने वो पैकेजिंग का असाइनमेंट कल यूरी तक शेयर करने के लिए बोला है.
नहीं हो पाएगा. अगर ओवर टाइम भी करूंगा तब भी नहीं हो पाएगा।
I know, इसीलिए मैंने suggest किया है कि करने का भी इस पे तुम्हारे
Oh
साथ-
no.
Of course, yeah,
Unless
of course.
you're busy.
No, it's fine.
Classic.
दे दे।
Oh god. Where you try to
All
avoid
the
each
best.
other.
Thank you.
They're definitely getting back together.
कनका मैंने कुछ चेंजेस भेजे थे, देखे तूने?
हाँ, मैंने ना सलोनी को भी फॉरवर्ड कर दिया है, काफी सही थे यार।
There it is.
ये क्लाइंट के कुछ चेंजेस आए हैं, देख लेते हैं एक बारी।
He gave her the eyes.
हाँ दिखा।
देखो, इसमें
Leaning into each other. I ruined it.
Uh-oh.
Is that her man?
Not awkward at all.
Listen ना, actually मुझे निकलना है, मैं तुम्हें notes mail कर दूंगी, ठीक है?
ठीक है, cool. I'll see you tomorrow.
See you.
Sure.
Bye.
Bye.
Mr. Steal Your Girl.
Yeah, you gotta wear them shits like 22 hours, 23
कोई
hours
तेरे
a day.
client का feedback पढ़ा क्या?
क्या बोला client ने?
और क्लाइंट बावला हो गया यार।
What?
हाँ, because we guys nailed it, no?
Wow, that's great.
ना योगेश will make sure कि तुम दोनों तब तक साथ में काम करो जब तक एक दूसरे के चेहरे से नफरत ना हो जाए।
Because that's not there
Actually
already.
क्या है ना, हम दोनों को एक दूसरे के चेहरे से ऑलरेडी बहुत नफरत है, और साथ में काम करके थोड़ा कम हुआ है, नहीं है यार?
Anyways, you guys make a great team. I'm really glad for you.
Thank you so much.
I have no idea what their
Shut up,
jobs are, by the
Yeah.
way. I have no idea what they're trying to do in that office.
Oh. That's,
अरे मैंने उसे
yeah.
सब कुछ बता दिया है यार। चलो ना, कॉफी।
Office work.
I like how she dudes him.
Oh, they're friends
यार
now.
Nice.
कितना काम करेगा? हो तो
Yeah, it's
गया।
always the transition,
चल निकल।
right? Before
मेरा कोई
getting back
थोड़ी वेट कर
together.
रहा है ऑफिस के बाहर।
Oh, now she's smiling.
क्या?
देखा मैंने। बाइकर बॉय।
Seriously? तो रियल लाइफ में भी अपने एक्स को स्टॉक कर रहा है? यार, that was a date which went horribly wrong. मतलब फर्स्ट डेट पे कौन आ जाता है यार पिकअप करने, वो भी ऑफिस में?
Seriously?
बाय द वे, मैंने भी नोटिस किया है, तुम्हारा फोन तो बजता रहता है। What's up?
तो माशू का पीछा का छोड़ दिया मेरा। अरे मेरे जोक्स चलते गए पहली डेट के आगे यार, पता तो है मुझे।
Of course, I know.
Cute.
I mean, I like this ex-turn, colleague turn, friend.
I don't think that's where his head was going.
चलेगा।
They both have great hair, by the way.
Yeah. I don't think that's what he was thinking.
Nope.
देख, पैनिक मत होइयो। ये बाइकर बॉय सामने खड़ा हुआ है यार।
He's joking. He's joking.
मुझे लगा सच में आ गया।
Oh, they are so. Look at they have great chemistry.
I only had one instance like this in my entire life where I took on a job and ran into an ex, and it was awkward as fuck for the first like hour because it didn't end great. So I think I've told this story before many times, but I'll tell it again as fast as possible. I'll try to incorporate the necessary details for you, so you don't lose anything. But the way it ended was this: I need to change the number because I said like anything over a year, anything over 4 months. Usually, I'm not talking to that person anymore. So this girl,
Interesting.
I'll call her M, and it was a 4-month-long relationship, and it was like it was very volatile for a 4-month-long relationship because she has a lot of controlling tendencies. It was like dating yourself. It was an epically strange situation because we had a lot of things that were in common that was you don't want to have that in common.
Interesting.
What happened was I wanted out, and I was out. The relationship was over and she had moved on and started dating someone else. I'm like, cool. Are we friends now? She's like, yeah. I'm like, awesome. I get to be friends with one of my exes. This is dope. I was so happy. And she was just so taken aback by like, why are you so happy about that? She wanted me to feel bad when she said she was dating someone else, but I didn't. I was actually excited for her because I'm like, cool, we get to be friends. I've never been friends with one of my exes before. And so let me change this up. This is actually after it already ended, right?
Yeah.
I was like, all right, cool, I'm gonna move on. I started dating someone else. She found out. She wasn't happy about this. She calls me up while I'm driving home. I can't answer the phone, so she starts texting me like crazy. She's like, I got something I gotta give you. And I go, that's all right. I got things to do today. She's like, no, I'm gonna come to your place right now. I gotta give this to you. I'm like, that's okay, you can keep it. I don't need that, whatever it is. and she's like, no, I'm coming to your place right now. And she's acting weird, blowing up my phone with a lot of text messages. And so what happens is I have to go teach a martial arts class. And I come home, I get dressed real quick into my martial arts outfit, and then she's FaceTiming me. And now at the time, you couldn't just FaceTime from wherever. You needed to be on a Wi-Fi in order to FaceTime. And I realized she was using my Wi-Fi from the front door of the building in order to Wi-Fi me. And I'm like, oh God, okay, let me leave. And so I bolted down the stairs into my car, and the garage door opens up, and I pull out, and I look, I don't see anyone there, and I look there, and she's right there at the end of the alley in her car. I'm like, fuck. So I drive as fast as I can. She's chasing me by car. I'm going up the street.
Oh, you're trying to escape her.
I'm trying to escape.
I thought you were running to confront her.
No, I was trying to get away from her.
Just straight up escape her.
She was at my front door without permission, using my Wi-Fi. And so I find a way to dart through the streets of Sherman Oaks. She doesn't know the streets as well as I do. To my martial arts class, and she calls and texts me like 75 times. There were like 75 missed calls on my phone with like 100 text messages. And then I see this voicemail after several hours, and she goes, so I was acting a little crazy today.
Yeah, no shit.
I'm sorry about that. And I texted her back, and I'm like, I know what you're feeling. I know what it feels like to lose control of a situation. After a few months, we'll be able to talk again. And so I reached out to her a few months later, and I was like, just want to know how you're doing, making sure you're okay. Because I cared about her. It was just like, she was in nutso balutzo mode, so I'm like, I can't talk to you right now. And then what happened was I got a job in casting at some studio, and she was a PA at the time. And so I ran into her. Like, she's doing PA work, and I'm doing casting work, and like, we are side by side. And I'm like, fuck, this is so uncomfortable, because
I just want to say that is not the kind of personality that a PA should have at all. Oh no.
Yeah. And so she was cool. I'm like, all right, she's cool. And I actually tried to be friends with her, but then because of the way, like, I guess the way I blew her off in her mind, like, she still harbored resentment from that, and so she didn't want to be my friend. I'm like, all right, well, I tried. Well, I thought I was cool for willing to be your friend despite all that craziness that you pulled. So anyway, all that to say, that's the only instance I've had that was like this, where it's like I'm in an office setting with an ex that I didn't know was going to be there.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
With my first boyfriend, he was basically also my coach. That was when I first started parkour, because he was just teaching me parkour.
What's
right?
the age difference?
He was younger than me.
Oh, okay, I was like, no. I'm like, I hear the word coach. I'm like, this guy's like 40 years old, and you're like 15.
No.
And he's like waiting it out.
No.
Just 3 more years, and then she's 18.
No, 4 out of the 5 people I've been involved with were younger than me.
Well, I guess that cancels me out.
Yeah.
Just messing around. Go ahead.
Just in case. I feel like our relationship ran its course, not for any negative reason, just because some relationships run their course, right? And the dynamic doesn't work anymore, and each of you has personal things you need to work on outside of the relationship. I feel like it ran its course sooner than we actually ended it, but it was really easy to just stay together anyways, because we worked the same shows at Universal Studios. We did the same sport, did the same everything, and we were also good friends. But then when I got a job in Canada, it was mutual, and we ended things. It would have been probably super awkward if we had actually ended things when I felt the relationship had run its course, but still have to do like 3 different shows together.
Yeah.
On the daily. Yeah, no, thankfully that hasn't happened. But like I said, I would consider myself to be friends with my exes, but friends in this context I used to mean like I genuinely care about their well-being and I hope they're doing well, and if we're ever in the same area, we'll train, because also, I don't think I've ever dated anyone who doesn't do some kind of sport. We would just never meet if they didn't do some kind of sport. So training is like my friendship thing. Yeah, it's not like we're texting all the time or anything. I probably message his girlfriend more than I even message him these days. Because, yeah.
That's mind-blowing. Yeah, and Achara has a friend she invited me to one of her friends' things. One of her friends' things, that's what I meant to say. And this particular friend is married with children, and her ex-boyfriend is very close with her family. And I'm like, that's weird. It's a little weird. To me, it's just so strange. I'm like, this guy you used to date for years, and now he's a family friend. It kind of wigs me out a little bit. I'm like, I don't know how I'd feel about being the husband in that particular scenario, and you're like, your ex-boyfriend who used to like pork you is right there.
Who used
just
to pork you?
hanging out all the time. It's just so bizarre. Like, this is like a very elevated, very progressive sort of thinking that I am not equipped for yet. I'm not that mature. Well, you know, like, okay, Jason Momoa, for instance, and a singer that Lisa Bonet used to date. You all know who I'm talking about. I can't remember his name right now, but all of them quarantined together. I'm like, yo, that's like, that dude made babies with your ex, with your wife, and you all just hanging out, like chill and whatnot. Like, this is very progressive stuff. I do not understand. I wish I was that mature. I won't ever be. I won't ever be that mature.
Really?
Where I can live with someone who used to date my wife or my girlfriend.
I feel like it just, I don't know, I see it very differently. I feel like it depends on the dynamics of the relationship and how it ended, and if there's any hard feelings left over or lingering
Can you
feelings.
imagine living with your ex and you hear him banging out his girlfriend? Like, it's just strange to me.
Living is very different.
That's what I'm saying.
Living, that is a lot.
They're quarantining together.
Yeah, but that's, how long is that? Like 2 weeks?
No, we're talking about like a year or whatever. They're like during the lockdown and whatnot.
Oh, the whole pandemic. Oh. Well, it's weird. It's funny because if you were to take sitcom shows, then it would be a perfectly normal thing. You watch like that 70s show, they change partners like square dancers. Is like what one lady said. TV makes it seem super normal, but yeah, no, that's weird, man.
So in this work environment, I think what you're saying, like, I get where you're coming from. Like, these two are so gonna end up together. Like, I would have that same sort of thinking as well. And as the guy in that situation, I would be concerned about that, like those kinds of feelings coming back, especially from me as the dude, because I think women, they have a closed door policy when it comes to ex-boyfriends. I feel like a lot of women do. Like,
a lot do.
Yeah, like, nope, we did that, it's over. Like, you have a window where you can still sort of get back in there, but once that window expires, once it elapses, it's a closed door. Whereas for the guy, it's like, maybe. You know, maybe lasts until he's dead. That, you know.
Yeah, no, that from, in my experience and the other girls I know, that seems pretty accurate.
Yeah, for this girl, presumably, I mean, if this is like America, this girl is like, no, it's a closed door. Whereas he is like, maybe. But in India, I think it's actually more common, depending on what area you live in, to be friends with your exes, and it's chill. Like, one of my best friends, well, I haven't hung out with her in person, but like I talk to her a lot. She lives in India. She's friends with her exes, and they're like besties.
That's interesting.
So I'm like, that's wild.
These two, in my opinion, they're great actors because you can see the subtlety in their performance. Like in the beginning when they're just horrifically awkward around each other, don't know what to do with the situation, and are kind of trying to avoid it. And then slowly throughout was that a trailer?
It's a sketch. It's a sketch.
Oh, it's a sketch.
Yeah.
Well, slowly throughout the sketch, you see more looks, more little smiles, more leaning towards each other. And yeah, they got a lot of chemistry going on. It's very obvious that they're not gonna end up being friends.
So here's my question.
And I'm sorry, I'm gonna just, that was the thing I liked the least about the Black Panther movie.
What's that?
Chala, and I don't remember her character's name, but Lupita Nyong'o's character, they were supposed to be exes, and they were supposed to have some kind of chemistry with each other, and there was negative chemistry. There was just, that didn't need to be in the movie at all.
All right.
Like, this is how you have exes have cute chemistry with each other. Sorry, just
That's all good.
That off my chest.
That's all good. Here's the question I want to leave you guys with. Could you quarantine for a year with your ex-girlfriend or ex-boyfriend, you know, for a year, you know?
I mean, I could, but do you want to?
While they're in a relationship with someone else. Like, you are not dating them.
I feel like that would make it easier. If they're in a relationship with someone else and you got your own person.
That just wig me out, man. If I can hear my ex-girlfriend being banged out by her dude, her new guy.
Well, if you can hear it, that's different.
That's just like, that would be my biggest fear. It's just like,
you hear something familiar, you're like, I know what that is.
Like, it's either one or two things are gonna happen, or three. It's like, oh, so she makes those sounds with everybody. Or it's like, oh, she never made that sound with me.
You hear like, whoosh.
Or the last one is like, yeah, not as good as when it's with me. Like, it's one of those three things, right?
You're like, oh man, I was way more fun.
If you're within earshot, it's just like awkward. Now, if it's me who's the ex dating someone else and my ex is living with me, right? I think that breeds like some kind of weird competition that is just bound to happen. Like, okay, now I got something to prove, you know? Because they're an earshot, okay? So we gotta, anyway, this is getting long in the tooth. I enjoyed the video for what it was. We didn't even really talk about it. So anyway, follow Lorena, parkour expert, Dr. Strange participant. Subscribe if you haven't already, hit that bell icon, all notifications, and vote this up. I'm Jaby KOAY, this is
Lorena.
Peace out.